So the other day I had someone ask me if I could make them some epoxy coasters. And I was like, absolutely, I'd love to do that. And I thought I had all of the details correct. So I went ahead and made some beautiful epoxy and white oak coasters. I actually made a tutorial on how to make coasters. It's linked right up here if you want to check that out. I finished up the coasters. I'm pumped. I deliver the coasters to the client. And about 2 hours later, she called me and she was like, hey, I'm sorry, I actually wanted live edge epoxy coasters, and these were not live edge. And I'm like, oh man. I'm thinking, hey, no worries. I've got some live edge black walnut in my shop. I'll just make some coasters, another batch for you. I come back to my shop today and I realize I don't have live edge black walnut in here. At this point, I've already made coasters that she doesn't want. And I'm like, if I order some live edge black walnut online, it's gonna be longer for that to get in. And I'm going to be losing so much money on this coaster deal, it might put me under. And so what we're going to try to do today is make a fake live edge that we're gonna then embed in an epoxy coaster. I've definitely never done this before. This is gonna be a total experiment. I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but let's see. Here are two live edge slabs that we can kind of look at to see how to fake a realistic live edge. This is pretty simple. This is like a chamfer almost, just a 45-degree angle that's kind of slightly running along a curve. This look is more complex. I kind of like this better. And it's going this way and this way. It's angled this way and then this way. So we'll try to kind of look at these when we fake our live edge. What I'm doing here is turning my bandsaw blade to basically different random angles, and this will give it a nice live edge look. We've definitely added a curvy edge, but it kind of looks like TJ Maxx live edge furniture. So I'm going to take this little rasp and just kind of smooth out some of these edges. You don't want clean lines. We want kind of faded lines. After sanding with some 120 grit to take out all of the tool marks and sharp edges, this is starting to look pretty live edge, pretty wild. I feel like a Disney Imagineer. This looks like something straight out of Animal Kingdom. I think this is gonna be pretty sick actually. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna follow the process of making coasters that was in the video that I posted a few weeks ago. So, but it'll just be a little different because it's live edge. So just keep watching. What I'm gonna do next though is rip this down the middle. Somehow. All right, we have our black walnut live edge, fake live edge pieces cut down. We have a straight side here. This board was not quite long enough to fit in the mold, so I have at the very bottom of the screen here, you can see this little oak piece that will just keep the epoxy from running, you know, out here and just wasting a bunch of epoxy. I have this arranged in a way that I kind of like. Keep in mind when you're arranging your pattern that we're cutting coasters out of this. So we're gonna make cuts here, here. But what we'll go ahead and do is mix up the epoxy. I'm not gonna go step by step. Once again, I have that video linked in the description for how I do this step by step. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. Really quickly, if I could just ask that if this video has been helpful for you, if you could hit the subscribe button, I would really appreciate it. If you haven't learned anything, if it hasn't inspired you to get in the shop, or if you don't think I've earned it, then that's fine. It just helps me continue to make these projects and hopefully make helpful videos for you. So I'd really appreciate that. And let's go ahead and finish up these coasters. What I'm doing here is just cutting off this little scratch wood insert before planing. Right here, I'm finishing the coasters with the cutting board butter. If you have any detailed questions about how I, finish up these coasters or anything about the process of making the coasters, check out the video that's in the description. Yesterday, I delivered the fake live edge coasters to the customer and she loved it. She was like, this is exactly what I was thinking about. This is amazing. And so, yeah, and I think they did turn out pretty well. One thing that I learned is that black walnut, when you're pouring epoxy in between black walnut, I think it's the darker color of the wood, it just kind of eats the dye. So when you're using pigment or dye in an epoxy project with black walnut, maybe be a little bit more generous, because I think that black walnut kind of takes away from the color more than like an oak or a maple would. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you for supporting my channel. It really means the world to me. I have a ton of fun projects planned, like this river table that you see behind me. Once I post this video, I'll link it in the description, so you can go check out the description for that. Otherwise, I'd love it if you guys hit the subscribe button, and if you have time, check out another video. If not, I'll talk to you later.